Hi, it's Mark from Training Spark. Just taking a look at some of the new features in version 4.2 of LearnDash. Now we can see here, these are the key features, and we're just going to run through a few of those shortly. But I'll just give an overview of what we have. So there's now course cloning functionality, which allows you to clone aspects of the course and the courses themselves for really quick editing and course creation. They've got this option to bulk edit certain course and group settings based on certain parameters, which we'll take a look at shortly. They've added Razor Pay as an option for payments for courses, as well as this option for sending purchase emails to people who buy courses and groups. And one of the new things they've added is the option to drip content for all step types. So in the past, we had the option to drip lessons, but we've also now got the option to drip topics and quizzes. So we'll take a look at those shortly. So let's jump over to our LearnDash platform here and look at one of the first ones here, which was the option to clone content. So if we head to LearnDash LMS and courses, what we notice now that we've got 4.2 installed is that we've got this option here called clone when we hover over any of the items in this list. And we see this on courses, but also if we head over to lessons, we see it there, and topics, and I think on quizzes as well, we've got clone, maybe questions. I don't know if no, we don't have questions. But on quizzes, we have the option to clone. And you might have seen similar functionality in plugins like duplicate posts, and what that plugin does is allows you to duplicate posts and pages and other types of content on your site. So this is something, functionality that you might have seen in other respects elsewhere, but now they've brought this into LearnDash's own core functionality, which is great because it really helps speed up the process of creating new courses, because what we can do is find a course that we want to clone, click that, and what it will do is create a copy of that course along with all of its settings and the assigned lessons and things like that. And all we would need to do is simply edit it and change where it calls it copy of to something else. So you might just make a version 2 of a course, and as quickly as that, you've now got that built. So that's the cloning functionality. The other thing that you may have seen or may have used in the past is the option that LearnDash had, which was to drip lessons. And what this was if you have a course with multiple lessons within it, you could set within that lesson a time that would be unlocked to the learner. And until that time arose, they would not be able to access it. So it would just say available on this time. And it just helps you to control the consumption of your course and pace it out over a certain period of time, just to stop people racing ahead or getting out of sync with other people who are doing the course. It's just a nice way to just control the pace of how people go through your courses. So as I say, that was already in LearnDash. But what LearnDash have added as part of this 4.2 update is the option to drip topics as well. So if I head back to my admin profile and go to topics, what we see is that dripped topic that I had there. And at the moment it's unlocked for anyone. But if I go to edit and go to settings, underneath topic access settings here, we've got some similar settings to what we have on lessons. And that allows us to unlock these topics at certain times, either enrollment based, X days after they're enrolled onto it, or on a specific date. So if I was to set a date here and say maybe on the 8th of June the 8th, 2022 at 12 o'clock, that lesson becomes available to the learner. So if I refresh this page here in the other window as the learner, what we can see is that the lesson itself becomes available on the 7th of June, and this topic here underneath it becomes available on the 8th of June. So just on a side note, if you want to drip lessons to groups rather than just individuals via the settings in this lesson, we have a plugin that you might want to look at called Cohort Manager. And what this does is allows you to create groups, LearnDash groups, and unlock content specific to that group rather than as individuals. So that you could say a group gets this lesson after 1 day, this lesson after 15 days. So there's a lot of features there that allow you to manage your learners through your courses as cohorts rather than as individuals. Coming back to LearnDash features here, the last one that we'll look at as part of this video is this one here, added bulk editing, allowing you to change settings for courses based on certain parameters. So what I will do to start with is just change a setting here. So just bear with me while I do this. What I'm going to do is set one of these courses access modes to free. If I now head into settings and then advanced, 4.2 brings about this bulk edit option here. So if we click into this, what this allows us to do is edit in bulk either courses, groups, or lessons, and we can change certain settings across multiple courses, groups, and lessons based on certain criteria. So let's click into one of these and see at the bottom here what can change. So to start with, within courses, we can edit the access mode for multiple courses. Within groups, we can also edit the access mode. And within lessons, we can edit certain things related to auto start of, I think that's quizzes or videos, and certain video settings. So to have a look at the way this works, I'm going to choose courses. And one thing that we often do is forget to change the access mode of courses when we create them. So we leave them on the default free setting when we wanted to put them onto closed or paid. And if I wanted to do that across multiple courses, say I had 50 courses that I wanted to change from free to closed or paid, this is how you would now do it. So what you could say is, I want to select courses where I can either say the courses, select specific courses, or I can say the course title, course status. But what I want to do is say I want to select all of them where the course access mode is free. And I can select here what I want to change. So I want to change that then to be closed. And now I can just click update. It'll show me how many courses this will affect. And it'll affect the one course that I just changed previously. And I click update. And it says bulk courses will be processed soon. And it says I can check it by refreshing the page. And I think that should have happened now. As it's this processing queue by the looks of things. So we'll see when that happens. It looks like it happens via some sort of cron job. But ultimately, what will happen is once that's processed, this should go from free to closed, which it has now. So I've just refreshed it. I'll check to see if there are any notifications of that. So if I go back into bulk edit, now there's nothing that says that finally happened, but we can see that it did. So we saw that this price type for that one I changed to free went back to being closed. And that was handled on that bulk edit. So if you are editing across multiple courses, rather than having to go into each course or group or lesson one by one and make the changes, this is a handy feature now that allows you to do that in bulk. So I hope you found this useful and a nice quick overview of some of the new features. And if you like this video, please give it a like. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel.